Good afternoon, everyone. I want to welcome you to this afternoon lesson. Today being a Friday 12th, I think it is our second lesson. Let me hope everyone is okay. And I want to take this opportunity to once again appreciate you for always keeping time and continuing to buy data to see that you close the learning gap. Let me hope you are able to hear me well and you are seeing the screen. Somebody to clarify me on that. If you are able to see the screen very well and you are hearing me, then we start off. Yes. Okay. Someone is saying is able to see. It's okay. That's good. If you are able to see and then you are able to hear me too, it's good. Last time we had begun on our senior 2 topic, and that was legal forms of business ownership. And we had covered some good work. We had a very, very fruitful discussion. I hope this very afternoon we shall continue to engage in a kind of interactive lesson. I was really happy the other time that everyone was engaged and the lesson was really good. I hope you do the same today as well. A moment, I'm settling something here. So having looked at legal forms of business ownership the other time, it was really a good discussion. I want you to briefly, someone to carry up the hand and you tell us what we briefly discussed the other time. You tell us what a definition of business, legal forms of business ownership is all about, the different types of business ownership that we mentioned, and then we proceed like that. Yes, is there someone to make us recall what a definition of business ownership is? By show of hand, or you can as well type in the chat room. Melissa, yes? Melissa, unmute yourself. Melissa? Okay, Amy, unmute yourself. Okay, Sengendo. I think Amy is not doing it well. Charles, can you unmute yourself and then? Charles? Melissa is saying the host isn't accepting. I think I am unmuting it here. You were supposed to access. Charles?
So, good afternoon, teacher.
Good afternoon too.
Last time we discussed about legal forms of businesses ownership.
Yes. Can you please adjust on your volume?
Last time when we discussed about home and business businesses, what about that? businesses that
That network is not okay. Maybe you come back again. Your network is not okay. Let me come back to Imi. Maybe she has good network. Imi, unmute yourself. Okay. It seems there's that technical issue. You can go in the chat room and type there as we organize maybe the network here. But I think briefly the other time we looked at the legal forms of business ownership and we defined it. We went to the different types of legal forms of business ownership. Okay, Imis has typed it here. Good. Business ownership refers to whom a business belongs. Very good. That's what we said the other time. Someone here is carrying up the hand. Charles, your network is not okay, I think. So we said to whom the business belongs. And we went through different types of legal forms of business ownership. Can you please make us recall the different forms of business ownership? If you are unable to carry up the hand, you can still type in the chat room. Yes, Melissa, the hand is up. You unmute yourself. Okay. Mary Blessing?
We have proprietorship, partnership,
Yes.
cooperatives,
Yes, good.
joint stock companies.
Very good. We have sole proprietorship, we have partnership, we have cooperatives, and then joint stock companies. Very good. So the other time we started with sole proprietorship. Can someone raise the hand and tell us what the definition of sole proprietorship is all about? There's Melissa here. I think Trace is not on. Melissa.
Sole proprietorship is a form of business owned by one person who contributes capital towards their business and undertakes all responsibilities and risks in a business.
Very good. A business which is owned by one person who contributes capital and undertakes all the business risks and responsibilities. Very good. So from there, I think someone also make us remember about partnership because I talked about all of them even before we reach partnership. Can someone talk about what partnership was all about? Charles? Okay, I think Charles has issues of network. So we talked about partnership. We say the business which is formed by 2 or more people, but not exceeding 20, with an aim of making profits. But basically, we had started with sole proprietorship as the number one form of legal ownership. We said by the time we finish this topic, you would have decided on which type of business, if you had the capital today, that you would engage in. Would you go in the legal form of business of sole proprietorship? Would you go in partnership? Would you go for a joint stock? Or you would enter into cooperatives? We looked at the different characteristics of sole proprietors. We said a person who starts up a sole proprietorship business is called a sole proprietor. Now, we went through and looked at the different characteristics of sole proprietors or sole proprietorship. Someone to make us recall some of the characteristics. Tracy was telling us that a sole proprietorship involves is where a person contributes capital alone, starts up a business, and takes on all the responsibilities of a business alone. Now, I want to look at the characteristics of such a business. Nina? Nina, please unmute yourself and then.
Hi, everyone. First, the owner suffers unlimited liability. The owner enjoys profits and suffers losses alone. The owner is the sole decision maker. It is easy to start since it requires little capital, and the management is easy. Yes, thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much. Who else? There is Sean. Yes, Sean. Okay, I think Sean is off. Okay, the previous speaker said that the owner enjoys unlimited liability, enjoys profits alone, also and suffers losses alone, is the sole decision maker, little capital is required. And when we check the chat room here, we are seeing Melissa is saying the entrepreneur mostly employs family members. Good. It is suitable for micro and small business. Management is easy. Good. It is owned by one person who provides the startup capital. The owner suffers unlimited liability. Okay, the sole proprietor enjoys profits and suffers losses alone. Good. Can you please the advantages of sole proprietorship? What do we say are the advantages of running? Even pick the advantage from just the surrounding business within your locality. Of what advantages owning the business alone? Someone is saying my voice is low. Okay. Let me hope you are now able to hear me up. What are some of the advantages of the sole proprietorship business? Chirabe is saying personal satisfaction. Okay, let me check here people who are carrying up. There is Maria. Maria, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so my advantages are the owner enjoys all the profits alone. Decision making and implementation is easy and fast. Then also the sole proprietor enjoys Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. Who else here? I'm seeing Zoom user. Okay, Zoom user. You unmute yourself.
Okay. One of the advantages of being a sole proprietor business person is that when you're in your own business, when you're not working with someone, you're with freedom to do anything you want with your business. Like decision making is easy. When you want to put changes in your business, there is no one who is going to stop you because the business is yours. And then the second answer is like you enjoy your profits alone. Even since you have a lot of profits, let's say that your business is reaping a lot of profits, you can even make other branches out of your business with no one stopping you. But let's say you're sharing your profits with someone, that might be very difficult.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Zoom user. I don't know the name, but that's what he used here. Thank you very much. You have elaborated it very well. Thank you. I see some people still carrying up the hand. Charles, do you have something to say? Okay. Okay. Thank you. You have all talked of enjoys all the profits alone. Decision making is easy. Enjoys top secrecy. The Zoom user, you have said there's freedom if you are owning your own business. Therefore, decision making also becomes easy. Very good. All those are very, very correct answers, and some of the advantages we talked about. Can we please go now through? I think we had reached on disadvantages. But now, before I show you mine, okay, let me first check some of the answers here. Yeah. Okay. Someone is saying is not able to hear me. Could it be your own network problem? Because others are able to hear me, I think. Someone is saying I use her name, not Zoom user. But that's what is appearing here. If you don't name it, then I'm unable to see you. Unless if you tell us your name before you give us the answers. Okay, the owner enjoys secrecy. It is easy to start. Okay. Can you now tell us some of the disadvantages of owning the business alone? You contributed the capital alone, you started it alone, you run it alone, you employ family members. What are some of the disadvantages that come along with owning a business alone? Let me start with the who has not, Malaika, you have not said anything. Then Martha, then Seng, and every time I choose you, I think you are unable to unmute yourself. We are not hearing you. Then Nora. So, Malaika?
Yes, please.
Yes.
So,
can you tell some of the disadvantages?
Okay, some of the disadvantages of sole proprietorship businesses, like the sole trader has a problem of limited finance or resources or capital because the business owner depends on his own resources to finance the business.
Okay, thank you very much. Very good. You even deserve a hand clap. There is always that limited capital. This is because you only rely on one source, unlike in businesses like partnerships where capital is contributed from different sources. Martha?
Just like the profits are enjoyed by one person, also losses are suffered by one person. So sole proprietorship, losses are suffered by one person.
Very good. Thank you very much. Nora?
There is no liability protection.
There is no liability protection. Very good. Thank you. Raj, someone calls himself or herself Raj Deep here. Yes?
Yes. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
Yeah, so my answer is that there is no liability protection, meaning that the owner, since he's the one who is owning the business, so he is personally responsible for any debts or losses that are made in the business. And it is another answer is I got is that it is harder to get financing and business credit as lenders may doubt the credibility of the owner and the business.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
We have Stance with Aiden, something.
Yeah. All the responsibilities for making day-to-day business decision is yours.
Very good. The responsibilities of making decisions lies with you, meaning you can make errors in making decisions since you don't consult anyone. Thank you. Sean?
Sir, the business does not get advantages on a large scale.
Very good. The business does not enjoy advantages of operating on large scale. We call it economies of scale. Thank you very much. Advantages of operating on large scale. We also have Mavis. Mavis?
Managing every aspect of the business can lead to a heavy workload and potential burnout.
Excellent. Because you're in the business alone, most of the times you get that burnout because of overworking yourself. Thank you. Very good answer. There is this one, Zoom user. We don't know your name, so we shall keep using that.
Okay,
Yes.
teacher. My name is Natasha Eunice, and my answer is, when someone is in the business alone, he or she faces all the consequences alone. That is to say, like in case maybe there was an accident or to work and like the business got burnt, she faces the losses alone. All the problems are hers. In decision making, since she has no one to help her or to get advices from, she might make wrong decisions, and like that will lead into losses. And
excellent.
In case anything happens to her business, and let's say she had got a loan from the bank, she is the one who is going to be arrested alone. But let's say the business was a partnership, or like there were two people or more, or a cooperative business, they would not have arrested anyone since there are very many people. But since she's one, she can easily be arrested.
Excellent. Thank you very much. There is also this, there's Raj. Raj, you're back again.
Yes, sir. I got another answer.
Yes.
Yeah, so it can be hard to take holidays or sell the business as the owner is a sole operator of the business, meaning that say that you're the owner of the business, the only owner, and you don't have anybody to help you around, then you won't be able to take any holidays or just leave the business, because people can come and do theft on your business, such as if you're selling electronics and you just leave the shop, and then theft can happen. You don't know that. And then my other answer is that retaining high caliber employees can be difficult, as the owner may not be able to offer competitive benefits or income. Because so what I'm trying to mean here is that since the owner is the only person who is owning the business and is the only person who is working on that business, he may not give competitive benefits to let other people also join him. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much. I'm greatly impressed with your answers. You people, you have all given very, very correct answers. Let me check in the chat room here. Someone, okay, has taken no. I don't know, the name is not there. He may run out of creativity and innovation, since when you work hard together, you can come up with great ideas. Very correct. Thank you. Resty, you have said uncertainty of continuity. That is to say, when you die with the business. Very good. We also have Hannah. The owner taking days off means loss of income for the business. Excellent. Limited managerial skills. All these ones are very, very correct answers. Sean is saying if he dies, no business continues. Okay, thank you. You people, you have very, very correct answers. In fact, it's like you looked through mine. Someone is saying retaining high caliber employee can be difficult. Of course, we said most of the employee family members, but in case you have brought in an external person, indeed it becomes difficult to retain them, given the fact that you have limited capital and you are unable to pay some of these employees with high expertise. Somebody still carrying up the hand. Let me show you what I had prepared, but you have given very, very correct answers, all of you. Taken is saying, he may become overwhelmed since he has to handle all paperwork alone. Good, very good. These are all very correct answers. To those people who have been writing down, you would have just written these answers down. They are very, very correct. These are some of the answers I had come up with, and you have given very excellent ones. Someone to carry up the hand and read for us this, if you are able to see. If you are able to see the screen, you can read for us. I want someone who has not said anything to read for us. There is, who is Petrina? Yes?
Me. Disadvantages of sole proprietorship business. The sole
Yes.
trader has a problem of limited finance or resources or capital. This is because he or she depends on his own resources to finance the business. The sole trader depends on himself to run the business, but he may have limited technical expertise. A sole proprietor suffers unlimited liability. This means that the losses of the business will have to be paid from his private property. There is lack of business continuity. When the owner dies, the business closes down. The business may not be in position to carry out research due to lack of enough capital.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And I think all these answers mentioned them. We said the sole trader has a problem of limited finance. I think someone mentioned about that, should have been Raj, mentioned about that. Natasha also talked about that. The sole trader depends, we have said the sole trader depends on himself to run the business, but he may have limited technical expertise. I think someone also talked about high caliber employees, because now you do business alone, when you lose that technical limited capital, you are able to hook some seniors. And this comes in the issue of creativity. It now hampers the creativity and innovation in an enterprise. Reliability. Remember the other time when you're giving characteristics of sole proprietor, we said with sole proprietorship, should you get a loan from any bank or anywhere, no property at home, it doesn't matter whether it is part of the business or not, they will come and take it and they recover their money. So they okay, I think network. Let me share the screen afresh here. There was some technical issue. I was talking of the sole proprietorship, meaning we have said this means that the losses of the business will have to be paid from his private property. Should you borrow a loan and then a business fails to recover the money to pay, they'll come and pick on your personal property you own and they clear off, which is not the case with the joint stock companies. The joint stock companies, they will just take you to court and they sell the business property. If you are unable to use all the money is needed, they will declare you bankrupt, close off. Then there is lack of business continuity. When the owner dies, the business also aligns with partnership. Or the days of they are showing me Isaac Semakula. You are the co-host here, according to the screen, and you should be the one disconnecting us. Please don't touch wherever you find. Now that you have made yourself a host, make sure you don't touch anywhere so that you don't interrupt here. Okay, then the business may not be in a position to carry out research. That's what I was talking about. Of course, research is very expensive in a business, yet it is very important. But you can't carry out research so that you progress your business if you don't have enough capital with you. Research is a very, very expensive. If you need enough capital, and if one man army business may not be able to raise capital to engage it. Einstein, do you have something to say? Okay, Einstein is carrying up the hand. Okay, someone to read us this. Can you be able to read us this?
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
People are commenting in the chat that your network is poor, that they cannot hear you.
Let me see. Oh, what a coincidence. The place I'm in is having very, very good network. I'm in a place where some of you are even right now. But you never know, it could be network issue. Sorry for that. Okay. Someone read us the continuation of the advantages. Let me see who has not said anything here. Divine?
Yes.
Yes, can you read us?
Okay. The business owner may be overworked since he is alone, and in case of sickness, the business may stall. He suffers losses alone since he is alone. He may not easily borrow or access credit facility from financial institutions due to small size of collateral security.
Yes, collateral security.
Decision made by the sole trader alone may lead to mistakes due to lack of consultations. The business does not enjoy advantages of large-scale production, e.g., quantity discount since it operates on a very small scale. Yeah. Done.
Thank you very much. And all these answers you had mentioned them, we say the owner may be overworked. I think someone talked about that. You suffer losses alone in a business. Someone also mentioned about that. You may not borrow access community facilities. So you may not be able to access credit, especially when you are alone. You will bear with the network. It is heavily raining. So unfortunate. It is heavily raining. And it is now maybe disturbing network signals. Sorry for that. We also said decision is made by sole trader alone may lead to mistakes due to lack of consultation. So, take an example of partnership. In a partnership, you are like 2, 3, 4, even up to 20 people. So a decision brought by one individual cannot with all, but when it comes to sole proprietorship, when it's done, the mistake than let's say oil making. So a solo trader tends to suffer that, the problem of proper choice of decision. Then the business does not enjoy the network has become network. It is a very heavy downpour here. I think that should be the issue. Okay, we had said the business does not enjoy the advantages of large scale operation. I told you that whenever you buy on large scale, in most cases, you are given a trade discount. Trade discount is usually offered to those traders who buy from a business on a large scale. Someone is
Teacher, I think your network is so unstable. We are not getting you very well.
indeed the network is the one which is quite disturbing. It's the issue of network. Are you able to follow me? Where have you stopped? Someone to cut up the hand and tell me where I left you from. Faith? We don't want to leave anyone behind. Yes?
Teacher, can you hear
Yes.
me?
I
For
am
me,
able
my
to hear you.
question, let's say someone is operating the business alone. Is that business necessary on a small scale? Can't it like grow and expand?
Very good question. It does not necessarily mean that when you are operating a business alone, therefore it is small. In fact, we have seen sole proprietorship businesses even operating on a very large scale than even partnerships. So it doesn't necessarily mean that all sole proprietor businesses are very, very small businesses. However, they have a limit. For example, if your business overexpands and it has a certain amount of capital it holds, then you might be required to change your registration, the registration process, so that they can put you in a category which puts you at a position where you are. So it's a very good question. Not all small businesses are necessarily sole proprietorship businesses. We have seen partnerships. You come together, 3 people, start up a business, but when a single person who is running it alone is even doubling you in terms of capital. So that's not necessarily the case, but we go with the majority. Majority of the sole proprietor businesses indeed are operated on a very small scale, majority. Malaika has a question.
Yes, teacher, I have a question.
Yes.
So like what if I start my own business, like with my own money, right? Then I hire people to work in my business. Let's say I put up a shop or like a big supermarket or something like that. Then I hire people to work in it for me. Even if I don't go to work, it doesn't mean that the business will make losses. Because someone said that in case the business owner does not like go to the workplace, he or she will suffer losses. I don't understand that answer.
Thank you. I think what he was trying to mean is that in most cases, now that most of these businesses, like I've said, we go with the majority. Majority of these sole proprietorship businesses employ family members. Yes, we have those which are big enough that can bring in external people to work there, but majority use family members. And in most cases, you have to keep close supervision. Any step away from supervising the business, you will lose a lot of capital within it. Why? It's because there is no established system that you can go and question in case there is a loss there.
Okay.
You get it?
Yes.
Yes, someone also has Jasmine.
Teacher, what I wanted to say is that like if you're not supervising your business, people like you will incur losses because you're not sure of what those people are doing. For example, people are not trustworthy. You'll put people there and they'll show you a different side of them. But when you're not around, they will sell your stuff, they will take your money. So that's why I said, okay, that's why I'm saying it's like better to supervise your business.
What were you asking? Can you please ask again? I'm unable to hear that. Sean.
Teacher, my question was that since you've said that there is no standard procedure, can't one of the advantages be reducing bureaucracy?
Can't one of the advantages be? It reduces bureaucracy. Yeah, very, very okay. There is no bureaucracy in decision making in this case. Because we said one of the advantages, we said decision making is easy. Now that we are talking of bureaucracy of course delays decision making, and bureaucracy is very, very common with partnerships and joint stock companies, even cooperatives. Why? You have to consult on everyone before a decision is approved. But in sole proprietorship, there is limited bureaucracy since since the owner does not need to consult anyone to take a decision. Very good. I think we can now go to partnership. I think this is our number 2. We mentioned about partnership. Remember, someone carried up the hand and told us some of the types of the legal forms of business ownership. We had sole proprietorship as our number 1. And then number 2 now, we are going to partnership. Unless if you have a question still to ask on sole proprietorship before we proceed. Otherwise, we want to go to this second one, partnership business. But before I give in my definition, I told you to research on it. Can you please define for me what a partnership business is all about? You may not necessarily define, but you may just describe in your own understanding. Yes, Charles.
So partnership businesses are like when you have a business and then you are carrying it out by 2 people or more.
Thank you. When you have a business and you are carrying out like 2 or more people. Good. Who else? There's Hannah. Hannah, then Mavis will come in. Hannah, unmute yourself.
Well, I think, according to me, partnership is like when 2 or more people, like the owners of a business.
When 2 or more people are the owners of the business. Good. Thank you. Mavis?
I think partnership business is like where responsibilities, profits, and liabilities are shared among the partners of the business.
They are shared among the responsibilities are shared among the partners of the business. Good. You have introduced another term, partners, meaning the people who carry out a partnership are called partners. Good. There is Israel. Israel. Yes. Okay. There is Faith.
I think a partnership business, this is a structure which is like made up of two or more people or partners who can distribute income or losses between themselves. That's what I think.
Good. Thank you. You all have an idea on what partnership is all about. Have I left anyone out here? There's Nora. Nora?
In my opinion, partnership is a business structure that two or more people form and own together.
Very good. It's a business structure that two or more people form and own together. However, partnerships have a limit. I am keen. I want you to mention somewhere the limit, two or more, but not exceeding which number is what I'm also looking for. Singwere?
Partnership business is a business owned, managed, and controlled by 2 to 50 people.
Business owned, managed, and controlled by 2 to 50 people. It's a good trial, but they are not 50 in this case. Most partnerships, according to the Act, they go up to 20. It is between 2 to 20 people. Unless if you are operating a professional partnership, like if you are running a bank is a professional partnership. And for it, you can even go up to 50 maximum. By these other businesses operating retail shops, wholesale, those ones, they stop on 20, between 2 to 20. Okay, Linda?
It's what I wanted to tell you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Someone, this time round, I want you read and then you explain for us. Everybody will be reading. I think whoever I will choose, you read one line and then you explain to us according to how you understand. This is the screen I've tried to share here. Number one. Let me follow. There's Raj here, yes?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Can you read the first and then you explain the first line? Another one will come on the second, like that, paragraph, like that.
Okay, sir. Partnership business. Meaning of partnership business. This is a business owned by two people or more people who come together and contribute capital to run a business with an aim of making profits. So what I understand by this partnership business, it is a lot different but from sole proprietorship. Meaning, in sole proprietorship, one person is owning the business, while in partnership business, two or more people, they are managing that business. In sole proprietorship, the person, the owner of that, the only owner of that business is the one who gives income, is the only person. While partnership business, people, they come together and they contribute capital to run a business. And the third difference that I found out that is that in sole proprietorship, the profits and losses is made only by the profits and losses are only made by the owner of that business. While in partnership business, either they make profits or losses. The two or more people, they both make profits or businesses or losses.
Okay, thank you very much.
Excuse me, sir, I had one question.
Yes.
Will you send this work in the chat, WhatsApp chat?
Do you have the WhatsApp chat?
Yes, sir. No, I mean like what I was saying, the WhatsApp chat, like holistic that WhatsApp chat.
Or there will be this recorded audio, but we may not necessarily have a PDF there. It will just be a recorded session the way you are seeing. In case you want the hard copy, rather the soft copy of this work, you will tap on my number there, then I will send you in your inbox.
Yes, sir. May I know your phone, your name, sir?
Okay, you will see it at the end of the lesson. I will display the name and the contact.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Who else is there? Is Martha here? Yes. Martha?
Good afternoon. Teacher, can you hear me?
We are able to hear you, but your network is quite disturbing, but we are able to hear you. Please continue.
Okay, the next paragraph says each member who contributes capital is called a partner. So
Each
this,
member who
in
contributes
my own
capital is called a partner.
understanding, is that so now that means that is like when it's in a business and there are two or more people in the business, it should contribute at least some income to enable them to continue moving and to become and to even to enable it to continue moving.
Martha, your network. Martha, our pastor organized
And
your
even
network.
enlarge.
Okay, Martha,
So that
thank you.
part of this, because it would.
Thank you, Martha.
You're
We are.
welcome.
Then there's this Petrina.
Thank you, sir.
But on clarification, you have said, okay, a moment, please. Each member who contributes capital is called a partner. That's what Martha was trying to tell us, that whoever contributes capital in a partnership, since we say the partnership is owned by 2 or more people, but not exceeding 20, meaning all those members who are there, if is one, we call a partner. If there are many, they are called partners. So a group of partners forms what we call a partnership. Yet in a sole proprietor business, a person who owns it is called a sole proprietor. So that's the difference. Sole proprietor, here a person who is in a partnership is called a partner. Please go on.
A partnership can either be permanent or temporary, which means that depending on the terms and policies you have agreed on as partners in forming a business, you can either agree that it can be permanent, which means you cannot break the partnership, or it can be temporary, like up to some time you can break up the partnership or you can stop being a partner of that business that you're forming.
Thank you very much. I think you can even read this, the whole of these two paragraphs. Okay. Thank you. Melissa? Oh, there is Sean. I think Sean was the first to carry up the hand here. Sean?
A permanent partnership is a partnership formed to carry out business indefinitely with no time limit. The time of winding up a business is not disclosed at the time of starting the business. What I get from
Very
this
good.
is that
please go ahead. What did you get in this? Okay, she has gone off. Isaac. Isaac.
A permanent partnership is a partnership formed to carry out business indefinitely with no time limit. The time of winding up a business is not disclosed at the time of starting the business. A temporary partnership is a partnership formed to operate for a specific period of time. This form of partnership can also end on completion of the contract.
Thank you. What do you understand in that? The difference between the two?
I understand by a partnership, a permanent partnership, that's where a partner is there until it is there, like it has no limit. But here in temporary partnership, you sign a contract of a specific period. It can be maybe a month or a week for your time being there in that business. That's what I understand.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And that's what, so someone has said a partnership can either be permanent or it can be temporary. Now, depending, during the time of forming your business, you write an agreement. We are going to look at that. It's like a constitution for your business. Now, during that time, you have to specify, are we going to be in this business for quite a very long time that we cannot specify when we shall end? Constitution. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. So I was saying, time of writing down your agreement, you're forming the partnership. You specify that partnerships are very broad. Even in companies, you follow this company period of time, but once we accomplish come to an end. I wouldn't say in class, but because in class it is not business, but in your class.
Excuse me, teacher, you aren't clear.
So we can go to formation of a partnership. Someone to read us on that, and then you can also even explain. The Zoom user here, she told us she's Natasha. Natasha.
You speak
Natasha, please.
Sure, I don't see the notes.
Okay, there is nodding. Nodding.
Sure, I can see. Formation of a partnership business.
Okay.
This form of business
You
can
are
be
able to see the
formed.
screen? I've shared this. Yes.
Sure, I
I want
can
people
see.
to read on that.
Okay. Formation of a partnership business. This form of business can be formed by an agent between these persons who have agreed to come together and run a business. This means, okay, let me first finish. This agreement can be in writing or oral through putting it in writing. This must
By
desire
an agreement, not agreement.
This agreement can be put in writing or oral through putting it in writing. This is most desired for future reference in case of any disputes. This agreement is referred to as a partnership deed. This statement means that when two people come together and form a partnership, there is an agreement that they sign for future reference. For me, in my own understanding, I think that the reason to why people do what an oral writing is like to be with evidence that I agreed with this person that we form a business, like he owns shares, let's say of 60 and I own 40, like it's like evidence to be referred to in future. In case, let's say the agreement was between two companies, let's say Mukwano and Movi, to come up with one project. In case Mukwano no longer wants to be in the agreement, it can take they can come up together and do what? And they go apart. But maybe Movit might want to stay with the shares, and Mukwano will bring that agreement and show Movit that we agreed on this. In case Movit does not want, they will go to court and Mukwano will be with enough of evidence to stand up for itself.
Thank you very much, Natasha. Thank you very much. You deserve a hand clap. Thank you.
Therefore, a partnership deed is an agreement between partners laying down the terms and conditions under which a partnership business shall be governed. I think this is just as I said. There are conditions in that agreement, in their partnership, because you cannot, if you don't set up conditions before you agree or you say to be in that agreement, in the partnership with that business, you might reach in the middle of the business while you're doing, and like someone says, for my want to go and get from our capital, I take part of it because I have got personal problems. But if you had an agreement that was saying, in our partnership, if you have personal problems, no getting from the business money. So you will refer on that one, on that agreement, like it's a condition in which partnerships business are governed. Like those the partnership deeds must be followed if that partnership business is to stay in progress and in order. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Natasha. Thank you very much. Indeed, you have explained it very well. So during the formation of partnership, like from the definition, we have said a partnership is a business which is formed by two or more people who contribute capital with an aim of making profits. But as I have told you, partnerships range between 2 people to 20, according to the 1980 Partnership Act. But with the amendment, they said partnerships which are operating professionally, they are those professional partnerships. An example I gave you is a bank. A bank, if you're owning a bank more than 2 people, it could be a professional partnership, and therefore the numbers are allowed even to exceed 20, but not going beyond 50. So for only professional partnerships, the number can go up to 50. But with these ordinary partnerships, the number ranges from 2 to 20. And we say the partnership can either be permanent or temporary. Temporary means if you accomplish a given task, then your partnership will be brought to an end. With the permanent, there is no time limit. It is only misunderstandings, court orders, and any other maybe government interference that can bring your business down, or any risk that may reach you. Otherwise, you have no specific period as to when you will end the business. Then, on formation of a partnership business, when you are forming a partnership business, you cannot just say or talk about it without agreeing. You must have agreed. And on agreeing, we have said that the agreement can be in writing or oral. The most recommended one is that when you are forming a partnership business, you better put it in writing so that it is good for future reference, just as Natasha has clearly stated. You see, today you might be friends. You are very happy. You are bringing your money together. You feel you are very, very close friends. Tomorrow, money brings problems, and then you go sides opposite. And the only thing which will save you in this case is the agreement you wrote down. What did you write down when you were forming the business? So that agreement you write down when you are forming a partnership business is what we call a partnership deed. It is either a partnership deed or partnership agreement. Deed and agreement means the same. And in fact, you can't be registered if you don't have that agreement. The registrar will always demand for that document before you proceed on with your business. That's why we have said, therefore, a partnership deed is an agreement between partners. Remember, the people who form a partnership are called partners. So the agreement between partners laying down the terms and conditions under which the partnership shall be conducted. So the document simply tells us how are we going to run the business, who will be there every time. Take an example, you own a hardware, 10 people. You can't all be in a hardware 10 people at the same time. We shall have at least one person who will always be there when others are busy doing their own separate work. So in the partnership deed, you specify clearly that this type of partner will help us to be there every day. We call that partner an active partner. The person who will always be at the business is called an active partner. There are those who contribute capital, but they are never at the business. Even the community doesn't know that they are part of the business. Those are called dormant partners. The people whom they tell you that one is also part of the owner of that factory, but you have never seen him around. You only see one person. That is called a dormant partner. There are also these Quansi partners. A Quansi partner is the one who allows his or her name to be used by a partnership business, but is not part of the people who contributed capital. Let us take an example. You be in your community. There is that one person who is very, very there is that person who is very, very prominent in your village. Now, because he's well known, you can decide to form a partnership and you consult from that person to allow you use his or her name. Take an example. You are from Kampala there, around there. Maybe the most known person there, there are very many. They say the mayor of Kampala is Lukwago. Now you can say your hardware, you name it, Lukwago hardware. Lukwago never contributed money in your business, but you have used his name just because it is well known. Now, such a partner, we call that one a Kwansi partner. Then there are those ones called partner by estoppel. Those are all different types of partners that we have. Partner by estoppel. A partner by estoppel is the one who never contributes capital, but the way he conducts himself makes other people to believe that he's part of the business. The person never even contributed a shilling, but the community thinks he's part of your business. Why? Every time he's at your business, every time he sees a customer, she sees a customer, even welcomes from far, what do you want? And it makes some people to believe that indeed this one is part of the business. But when he's not, even never contributed capital at all. Take an example in some of the retail shops in your communities, you see. There are those people every evening who come and sit around those shops. They are doing a lot of nothing, but then they make other people to believe that they are part of the business. Those are partners by estoppel, plus very many others. Rajib has the hand up. Do you have a question?
Yes, sir. Sir, I was trying to ask you that my question is in partnership business, like if you see these not these websites, okay, these multinational companies such as Amazon, Prime, Tesla owners, are these all partnership business?
Okay. Now, a company like Amazon, which even goes ahead to offer shares on the market, it is not a partnership. That one is most likely to be either a public limited company or a private limited company. So it falls under joint stock companies, not a partnership. So such international businesses are more advanced and they are beyond the partnerships. We call majority, those which sell shares are called public limited companies. Those that don't sell shares are called private limited companies. So Amazon could be a public limited company, could be offering shares on the market.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. There's also Austin.
Good afternoon, sir.
Austin?
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon.
I have a simple question. You spoke of Partnership Act of 19 something, but that Partnership Act, is it for a specific country, or we just have a general partnership like all the countries follow one Partnership Act?
Thank you. It may not be the same country. For example, given the fact that we were colonized by, is it Britain? Majority of our acts were based on the British law. So this is the very law which applies, I think, in Britain. In Britain, this is the act they use, and it is the one we borrowed here in Uganda.
Yes, sir.
You get it? Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Sengendo. Sengendo Charles.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes.
This agreement made by two people, and then one of those people dies.
Can you come again? Come again.
Like when this agreement is made by two people, and then one of them dies. Like, how do the beneficiaries, like the family members, benefit in that agreement?
Okay. Okay. Now, during the making of this partnership deed, there is a next of kin. In case you die, and the partnership is not closing up for it, it is continuing, then the next of kin will come in and get the same benefits just as you have been enjoying yourself. But if he has been a very prominent partner, you see, there's a partner who dies in a business and has been an active partner. The one whom the whole business is rotating on was the center of gravity of everything. Then if that one dies, it means even the business is most likely to follow out. So you'll have to share. You share out according to your capital contribution. You don't just share equally. You share according to how much capital you contributed. Hope you get that. In fact, the Partnership Act is not 1980, it is 1890. It is dated some time back, even during colonial times. It is of 1890. Okay, Petrina?
Sir, if I may ask this question, I am failing to understand the difference between joint stock businesses and partnership businesses.
A difference between joint stock businesses and partnership businesses. Now, the unique thing in this is that, and except sole proprietorship, these joint stock companies and cooperatives, they have an element of partnerships within them, because we have said in partnership, 2 or more people come together. Even in cooperatives, people come together, but the difference is in numbers. In a partnership, I've said it is between 2 to 20, but for professional businesses, it can, like banks, it can even go up to 50. Yet when you are forming a cooperative society, the minimum number of people is 10. Then there is no maximum. That is when you are forming a cooperative. Then when you are forming a joint stock company, and joint stock companies are subdivided into 2. There's what we call private limited company and a public limited company. A private limited company does not offer sell shares on the market. Meaning, if you are like 20 people who have started it, or 25 people, you struggle alone. If you don't have enough finance, go borrow and put in your business. But you can never invite other people to join you, so that from maybe 25 people, you now become 30, and these 5 bring in more capital. That is the only case with the public limited companies. With the public limited companies, for them, they invite shares from people. You can come in, buy shares, and become part of them. Anytime they register a new person to join them and bring them capital. But private companies, you cannot, private limited companies, you cannot invite new people to come and bring in capital. You who formed it, you suffer alone. So the whole issue is on numbers. With private limited companies, which fall under joint stock, the number ranges from 7 to 50. Partnerships, 2 to 20. Cooperatives, 10 to infinity. There is no maximum. Then with the public limited companies, they range from 7 to infinity also. There's no maximum. So what differentiates the 3 or the 4, the joint stock, that is private and public limited companies, and then cooperatives and partnerships, is the number of people, but also the mode of registration. How did you register your business? Remember, when we are 15 people, 15 lies between 2 and 20, meaning you qualify to be partnership. 15 lies above 10, so you qualify to be a cooperative. 15 lies above 7, you qualify to be a private limited company or a public limited company. Now, what will differentiate us? What will differentiate you is how did you register yourself? Did you register as a private limited company? Did you register as a partnership? Because there is always the registrar of companies who does that. So that's the difference between those 2. Hope you get me. Yes? Someone has a question here.
Yes, excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sorry, sir. Actually, my question has gone. Actually, I wasn't able to view your screen share, so that's why I was raising my hand. I'm sorry.
Have you now seen it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. You see, there's also this common issue. People say that now private means it is not owned by government. Anyway, in this case, all these businesses we are mentioning are private businesses. Differentiate a private limited company with the word private businesses. A sole proprietorship is a private business. Partnerships are private business. Private limited company is a private business. A public limited company is a private business. Being public does not mean that it is owned by government. No. The only difference between private limited company and public limited company is one can invite other people to join them and bring in more capital, yet private limited companies cannot invite more other new people to come in and bring in more capital. So the clarification is clear. Either the thing is determined at registration. Are you registering as a partnership? Are you registering as a joint stock, particularly private or public limited company? Are you registering as a cooperative, etc.? Let us proceed to contents of a partnership deed. We call them clauses of a partnership deed. What are the things that you put in an agreement? Remember, when you are writing an agreement, it's like in letter writing in English. We all know that when you are writing a letter, there must be the reference, the date, the address of the addressor, etc., salutation, compliment, body. Now, even here, when you are writing this partnership agreement, what are the things that you include there? I've told you a partnership deed is like an agreement. It is the one which guides you. In a school, the best example to relate to a partnership deed is school rules and regulations. Those are your partnership deed. Those are, someone was asking here a question. Let me see. To own businesses? The answer is yes. You see, we have three ideologies in this world we operate on. There are those we call capitalistic economies. There are those we call mixed economies. There are socialist economies, and I think also we have the communist. With the communist state, these ones, everything is owned by government. The best example of a communist state we have now, they are very rare. I think North Korea. North Korea currently, it is a communist state, meaning a private person cannot own business. Everything is owned by government. Even when you own it, majority of the shares will be for government. You can't own it alone. It's a good question. Nsobuga?
Teacher, I was just saying I couldn't see your screen share.
Okay. It's good that now you are seeing it. Can you read us some of the contents of the partnership deed if you are still on? Someone to read us through? Not only one person, but you read as you try to explain where you understand. Who has not said anything here? You have all tried to talk. Malaika, do you have something to say?
Yes, teacher, I would like to read.
Even Bernard, I think Bernard will also come in. Charlie, okay. Read me Psalm 4.
Okay. Contents and clauses of a partnership deed. Number one, we have the name of the business and its location. You have to identify the name of the business, like what type of business it is, and the location, like where it's going to be. Number two is names and address of all partners. So like you write your names and your addresses, like in case maybe there's a problem, you can know who you are, identify you. Salary to active partner, if any. You can put like the salary, like you distribute, let's say I'm going to have 50%, and then you have 50%. So you write what you expect to be getting as a salary. And number 4, we have the duties and rights of each partner. So it's like the school regulations, as teacher had said. You write the duties and rights to be followed during that partnership.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Who else is coming in here? There is Bernard.
Yes.
Yes, Bernard.
Procedures of retiring by any partner.
You read that sum 4 up to 8, and then as you try to explain where you understand.
Procedures of retiring, but by any partner, like in case any partner is going to retire, you write, like you give there your opinion, like how you're going to retire and where your money should be put, interest payable to the loans of the firm by the partners, procedure of settling any misunderstandings. In case like the partnership has any misunderstandings, there should be a procedure where all of you can settle in. And then the line of business. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, Bernard. There's this one says user. It's just user. Yes. You tell us your real name.
My name
User,
is
please.
My name is Naika Patricia.
Patricia.
Yes.
Yes, go on.
Amount of capital include excuse me, teacher. Where has he stopped?
He stopped on number 8. He stopped on number 8, the line of business. For here, I want you to go up to number 12.
Amount of capital included by
You start from number. It is contributed
by each partner. How to reveal the
how to elect
the management committee.
Yes.
How drawings will be made.
Yes.
Teacher, until which one?
Number 12. Procedure of dissolution.
Procedure of dissolution of the business.
Very good. Thank you very much, Patricia. Let us have Hanifa. Oh, there is this Ariel Einstein. Is it? Oh, he said something. I don't know. Hanifa, where are you?
Ratios of sharing profits and losses.
Yes.
Preparation of books of accounts.
Of the business.
You have jumped number 14.
Number what?
Number 14.
Number 14.
The beginning of duration of the business.
The beginning and duration of the business. Thank you very much. Now, let me try to go through them. Unless if there's one who wants to pick out some and try out to explain. If you are there, you can pick out some, you explain them. It's okay as I clarify you.
Me master.
Who?
Me.
Okay, continue.
Preparation of books of accounts.
Yes.
So you have to prepare the books of accounts, those books where write documents of accounts. Yeah. So.
Okay. Thank you. So we have to prepare the books of accounts. The books of accounts basically show the records of how your business will be moving. That's why in a business, when you go to buy, they give you a receipt. Or even if it is a service business, they will always give you a receipt. They will always record you somewhere in the cash book, ledgers. So all those records are maintained for the purposes of reference, so that one partner doesn't accuse the other that for you are eating maybe the man of the business. It is just a matter of pulling out the records and you settle those wrangles. So when you are making an agreement, you must say that we shall always, in fact, the term used is shall. The business shall always maintain the books of accounts. That is some of the clause you put in. Thank you. Who else is picking out a point here? Sean?
Ratios of sharing profits and losses. By this they mean that let's say let's say two people are sharing one business. They say that one person shall have 40% of the business and the other shall have 50% of the business. So when profits or losses come, they will divide it according to the ratios.
Thank you very much. So if you are owning a business, let's say 3 people, but we never brought same capital. Let's say we started a business. I'm just taking an example. We started a business of, let's say, 40 million. Of the 40 million, one person brought 20 million. Then 2 people brought 10 million, 2 people gives us 20. Another one person brought 20 million. Meaning, I cannot be exact in the ratio, but let us just take an example. This can be a ratio of 2 to 1 to 1. Because 2 people, these ones of 1, 1, if you go mathematically, they brought the same figure. So that is 1, 1. Then this one doubled them. That's why it's appearing with the 2. So the ratio would be 2 to 1 to 1. So assume we make profits of 10 million after the end of a given year. When we are sharing, we shall say, of course, person A brought 20 million, meaning his ratio is 2. Person B brought 10 million, the ratio is 1. Person C brought 10 million, the ratio is 1. Now, when we make profits of 10 million, person A, when we are calculating, will get 2 out of the total amount they contributed, which was 40. No, you will get 2 out of the total number people here. I think ratios that they have here, which are 4, because we have 2 to 1 to 1. That gives us a total of 4. 2 out of 4 times 10 million. You find it out that person A will take home around 5 million. Person B, the ratio is 1. So we'll get 1 out of the total ratios here. 2 plus 1 is 4. We'll get 1 out of 4, which is a quarter times 10 million, which brings us to around 2,500,000. The same case applies to person C. So person A, 5 million, person B, 2,500,000, even person C, 2,500,000, because their ratio was 2 to 1 to 1. Even their capital contribution was 20 million to 10 million to 10 million. Equally, if they make losses, you share like that. That one who brought in much capital should suffer more loss. The one who brought less capital should suffer less losses. Who else here? Hannah?
Thank
Hannah,
you, teacher.
please.
The point I wanted to explain was the beginning and the duration of the business.
Okay.
Like in the business, and the duration of the business. Like in the business, they will decide the exact time they want their business to start. Say like you're not prepared for the business exactly, but you want it to begin in some months' time. When you're done, like you can present your business to start. Then like the business has, as you say, the business can be temporary or permanent. Like you can set it as the duration. It can be for some months, it can be for years, and then it can end, or you can keep it permanent forever. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That one I will not even add on. You have clearly explained it. Thank you. Who else here? Petrina. Petrina, then Patricia, then Raj. So Petrina.
The point I want to explain is duties and rights of each partner. So like when you make a when you make a partnership deed and you start your business, there are some terms and prices you're supposed to follow. Like if let's say we are 3 people who want to start the business, we're supposed to agree that one of us is supposed to remain in the shop. Who, like let's say if it's a shop, one of us is going to remain there and sell things in the shop. Another person will be responsible for importing things that are going to be in the shop, and another person is going to be responsible for like keeping track of the accounts and things like that. Like you're supposed to agree on what each person in the business is supposed to be doing. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Patricia. Excellent. Thank you. It was Petrina, I think. Thank you very much. Then Patricia, then Raj. Patricia? Was it Patricia or Petrina? Okay,
Teacher.
Sean, if I'm coming. Okay.
Teacher.
Yes.
Teacher,
the name of the
procedure
business and its location. Like in a business.
This one?
Patricia.
Okay. Continue.
Like business, you are supposed to get a name of the business. So you settle down with the partners to select the business and its location.
Thank you very much. You must know the name you are going to give to your business. Maybe it is Patricia Hardware. Then you must show the address. Maybe P.O. Box, you name it. It is located along maybe Gayaza Road, like that. You must indicate where you are found. Very good.
Okay.
Raj, then Sean will come in.
Yes, sir. I wanted to explain number 6, interest payable to the loans of the firm by the partners.
Yes.
Okay. So this, in other words, can also be known as a partner's loan. So interest on partner's loan is provided at a rate agreed upon, or if I were to just guess, maybe 6% year, if nothing has been decided upon. So even if a business that, even if a partnership business or a sole proprietorship business hasn't made any money, it can still charge interest on loans. After payment of the partners, loan payment should be made to the partners' loans account. Another thing I wanted to also clarify is that interest payable is the amount incurred from borrowing money owed to a lender. So it is a liability account on a business balance sheet. And it also represents the amount of interest currently owed to lenders. Yes, sir. That's it.
Thank you very much. It is an excellent explanation. Are you picking on another point? Okay, thank you. Sean, then Hannah will come in.
Okay, teacher, I wanted to explain procedures of retiring by any partner.
Yes.
Let's say we have 6 partners on one team managing a business. So in case one of them decides to retire, the procedures that shall be stated in the partnership deed shall be like, for example, before you retire, you have to puts 20% of the income which you earned from the business back into the account. Then after they
Very
may
good.
also say, then they may also say other things like that.
Okay, thank you very much. Are you picking on another point? All your explanations are just excellent. Hannah?
Okay, teacher, I wanted to explain point number 3. Salary
Number
to
3?
active partner, if any. Like in the business,
Yes.
you'll have, the business may contain 15 people, can contain 20 or like more than that. But if the person is not active in the business, that person may not benefit from the business. They may sign the agreement pertaining a law that may say that whoever is not active in the business may not achieve any goals in it. So that like it limits their losses.
Okay, thank you for your contribution. Now, with this salary to active partner, if any, they mean an active partner is a person who contributes capital and is ever in the business. He is at the day-to-day running of the business. He's ever there, 24/7. Is as if he's an employee. You are 7 people in a partnership. 6 of your colleagues are ever off and on. Then one is ever at the business. Now, that one person who is ever at the business, we can't just say that let us wait to share profits. No, profit sharing shall come in. But on top of that, this active partner who is ever at the business, we should pay him or her a salary. Why? He's almost a worker. He's ever there 24/7. So you determine that if person A is the one who is going to be at the business 24/7, how much should we pay this person? Maybe 500,000. On top of the profits you will share. So 500,000 is just salary. When you make profits of 10 million, you have to share according to the ratio. So that's basically what it means. Thank you, Mavis.
I want to explain point number 8. Like the timeline is like
Yes.
the timeline is like a specific category or service that the company gives. So the partners should know the line of business they are working in. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You should know the line of business you are going to work in. Is it a shop? Is it a hardware? Is it a boutique? Is it a salon? Is it a school? Is it a hospital? You have to specify on the line of business which you are in. In the interest of time, let us now go to another slide here. I think majority we have talked about them. What have we left here? Procedure of dissolution of the business. You must show, in case it has been a temporary partnership, what is the procedure of dissolving it? Maybe we share all the business assets equally, then profits we share according to the capital we contributed, like that. You specify so that you don't reach arguments when you are separating during time of closing off. To dissolution is to close up, to terminate, to bring the business to an end. Now, having known all this, I wanted us to go through the advantages. Unless if there's a question, I wanted us to go through the advantages of partnership. I think the advantages of partnership are almost more equal to, they are interrelated to disadvantages of a sole proprietorship. Because, for example, in a sole proprietorship, you say less capital is contributed since the business is owned by only one person. Now, in a partnership, we say more capital is contributed since resources are pulled from very many people. I think someone will just read for us the whole of this slide. Majority of these things we have talked about them. I want a new person to raise up the hand here and tell us, unless if there's no any new member here. I'm going to select a new name. Who is new here? Let me see. Who has not said anything? Melissa? Oh, no, I don't know. There's
Nori.
Okay. Noreen.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Sorry for interruption. Somebody in the
There?
chat was
Someone in the
somebody in the chat was asked if in the partnership deed is there what to do when a partner dies or retires or maybe is expelled. Yes.
that is we have what there is what we call a procedure of settling any misunderstandings. Number 7. Hope you are able to see that. In case there is any misunderstanding, you should indicate, do we go to court or we sit as members and then we resolve it? If you agree that no, in case we disagree, let us go to court, then you write there in the partnership deed. But if a member dies, then there is number 12 here. We call a procedure of dissolution of the business. You should indicate how do you bring your business to an end in case such unprecedented events do occur in a business. Anything, but is it Patrick? You go through that, Patrick? Patrick is quiet. Samsung, unmute yourself. Samsung, okay, has gone off. Maria, you can unmute yourself, Maria. Who is online now?
Teacher, we're on WhatsApp.
Who is online? No, who is talking now?
Me.
Your name? There? I want you to speak loudly because I want you to read the content which is appearing on your screen there. Advantages of partnership business. Okay. Kulsum, yes?
Yes, teacher. Advantages of partnership.
You speak loudly, quite loudly. You ready for? Ready for? Okay, she's quiet. Let me choose another person here. There is Nsubuga. Nsubuga?
Yes, sure.
Yes. Okay, you are unable to read for us. I don't know what is happening to you. Maybe Chelsea?
Advantages of partnership business. More capital is raised than in sole trade due to pooled resources for many members. Specialization is possible as each member takes up tasks for which is best suited. There is even distribution of work among the members, hence less fatigue.
The absence of a
Thank you.
partner. The absence of
Okay, it seems to be busy there. Laura? Laura? Quickly, because we have very few minutes to the close of the lesson. We only have 4. Okay. Kakai? Kakai? She's also off.
The absence of
Yes.
Sam here.
You read. Okay, Kaka is also quiet. Melissa? What you do is you go and unmute yourself when I mention the name.
Teacher, I'm back.
Okay. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, we are able to
Teacher,
hear
may I
you.
read? Teacher, may I read?
You read? Who is this?
Laura.
Laura. Now, someone is the writing on our screen.
Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
who this is. Kezia Williams. Kezia Williams, you are busy writing on our screen. Okay. Okay. Let me come back to Martha. Martha?
The absence of a partner may not affect the business, unlike in sole proprietorship.
Yes. Continue.
The burden of losses and liabilities are shared among partners, unlike a sole trader who suffers alone. Formation of fairly simple.
Yes.
Formation is fairly simple because there are fewer legal formalities, unlike liability companies.
Yes.
There is better combination of talents because people with different skills which are pooled.
People with different skills are pulled. There was an oversight there. Thank you. We continue.
Issues are discussed by many people and decisions made are expected to be good.
Yes.
New partners may be admitted for the expansion of the business. There is limited liability in case of limited partnership. Business accounts can be kept secret, unlike public liability companies. It is easier to borrow
Yes.
from financial institutions than for sole proprietorship because of the large collateral security.
Thank you. Because of the large collateral security. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So I'm not able to see anything, like, because there are a lot of lines on the chart.
I want to clean this screen. I don't know the person who has done this, but has done it at a moment when you want even to close the lesson so that we continue from there next time. I even had an activity here. Let me see. Let me
Sir,
share it up fresh.
excuse me, sir. Before you do that, is it okay if you can first of all erase everything, and then, because I haven't yet taken a screenshot.
I think I've tried to do so. Hope you are able to see it. And
yes, I'm seeing it.
I think in our in our next lesson, somebody was saying try to enable the chat. I think the chat is now enabled. In our next lesson, we shall go and make more such and disadvantages. I will explain them in details and look at disadvantages of partnerships. From disadvantages of partnerships, you look at dissolution of dissolution or winding up of a partnership, and then what awaits you is this activity, which I will give to you. In fact, you can inbox me, then I send to you this content. Then our lesson was supposed to end on cooperative societies for today. Of this one and the previous lesson, you will WhatsApp on that one. I want to appreciate everyone. Someone is asking which work, the one we have been discussing, even the previous one we shared. I also want in the next lesson, another content I add on to those whom I would have shared with this one. You come in a lesson when you already know what the next lesson is all about, so that it seems to be more interactive. Otherwise, I want to thank you all for sparing time to attend.
Excuse me, sir.
I want to declare this meeting closed, unless if someone has a question.
So I have a question.
Yes.
So can I know your phone number? Because I tried going there and then I didn't see like your phone number.
I think it is on the screen shared. Look at the screen right now.
Okay. Okay, sir. Let me just give me a moment to write.
Okay.
Okay, sir. So I'll inbox you.
Okay, I want to declare this session closed. Thank you for attending. We meet next week on Friday. Thank you very much.